What a decade for on-screen action. Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 awesome action scenes of the 2000s.
Kim? 4. Kim? 10! Booyah!
For this list, we'll be looking at exceptional big-screen action sequences that came out between the years 2000 and 2009. Number 10. The Parkour Chase, Casino Royale. If the film's brutal opening fight scene didn't make it clear that this is a new beginning for the Bond franchise, then this extended chase sequence sure hammered the point home. The scene sees Bond chasing down a bomb maker through a city in Madagascar, but the target gives Bond a run for his money, pun intended, when he reveals some serious parkour skills. It is remarkably unique, and there's little wonder why. The bomb maker is played by Sébastien Foucan, one of the early developers of parkour and freerunning. Things eventually come to an explosive end, but not before Bond and his targets sprint their way into action movie history. Number 9. The Motorcycle Chase, Mission Impossible 2. Speaking of our favorite cinematic super spies, this standout scene from Tom Cruise's second outing as Ethan Hunt features almost everything you could ask for: motorcycles, stunts, gunplay, and Ving Rhames with a grenade launcher.
Oh, I'm mad now.
In a desperate race against the clock to prevent the release of a lethal bioweapon, Hunt and the rest of the Mission Impossible team use bikes, helicopters, and plenty of firepower in this show-stopping chase. And since it's Tom Cruise, you better believe he did a lot of the work himself, whether the film's insurance company liked it or not. Number 8. The Train Battle, Spider-Man 2. Sam Raimi's second time in the director's chair for Spidey was widely considered to be his best, and few scenes are more fondly remembered than this high-speed showdown between the wall-crawler and Doc Ock. After foiling a bank robbery, Spidey pursues the 8-limbed baddie onto the roof of an elevated train, leading to an intense fight sequence and the film's most iconic scene. Though many screenwriters had a hand in scripting the film, this particular sequence was reportedly the brainchild of director Sam Raimi, and was the first major scene shot for the film. For a scene that fun, we'd be eager to start filming too.
You have a train to catch.
Number 7. The Hallway Fight, Oldboy. This scene from Park Chan-wook's breakout Revenge Killer is a bloody, brutal masterpiece. In his quest to find out who had him locked in a hotel room for 15 years, protagonist Oh Dae-soo finds himself facing down a corridor full of baddies, with only a hammer to fight his way through them. The scene is shot in one long continuous take, presented in a manner reminiscent of side-scrolling video games. It's a brutally violent and technically masterful shot, one that demonstrates Chan-wook's flair for hard-hitting action. No wonder the scene has inspired everything from Daredevil to an unofficial remake from India. Number 6. The Tangiers Motorcycle Chase, The Bourne Ultimatum. super spies get into a lot of chases, motorcycle-based or otherwise. In this scene, Jason Bourne commandeers a motorcycle to pursue an assassin. No small feat in the crowded streets of Tangiers, and Matt Damon's amnesiac hero has to do some tricky stunt work to catch up with his target, to say nothing of dodging the police. The scene is a perfect example of director Paul Greengrass's signature style, with plenty of quick cuts and frantic camera work. Watching this scene, it's clear why and how the Bourne series was a huge influence on action movies at the time. This sequence even tops his chase through Moscow in The Bourne Supremacy. Number 5. The Truck Chase, The Dark Knight.
What is that, a bazooka?
Christopher Nolan's Dark Knight trilogy has its fair share of spectacular action set pieces, but few can match the scope and scale of this iconic sequence, in which Batman pursues the Joker after the clown Prince of Crime ambushes a police convoy using stolen semi-trucks.
Now there's a Batman.
The scene is by far the most memorable action scene of the film, featuring explosions, Batpod stunts, and even a big rig flipping end over end, which was accomplished unbelievably without CGI.
He missed!
The incredible visuals of the scene partially come from the fact that it was shot using IMAX cameras, one of which was even destroyed during filming. Number 4. The Freeway Chase, The Matrix Reloaded.
You always told me to stay off the freeway.
Yes, that's true.
You said it was suicide.
Then let us hope that I was wrong.
From one iconic chase scene to another, this memorable segment from the second installment in the Matrix film series sees Morpheus, Trinity, and the Keymaker in a high-speed chase down a stretch of highway, pursued by agents and the Sinister Twins. With great stunt work and that iconic Juno reactor with Don Davis soundtrack, the sequence is easily the best the film has to offer. A fun and memorable action scene with some awesome visuals and a climactic ending.
Pressure.
To shoot the scene, 1.5 miles of highway had to be constructed, and over 300 cars were reportedly used. And in case you were wondering, it's been said that every single one of them was wrecked by the end of shooting. Number 3. The Long Take, Children of Men. This 2006 sci-fi thriller from director Alfonso Cuarón features plenty of amazing long takes, but none of them can top the film's finale. In this scene, Clive Owen must cross a refugee camp turned raging battlefield to rescue a newborn baby, the first one born in years.
Stop! Ceasefire! Ceasefire!
It's a hugely complicated sequence made all the more complex by being shot in a single shot, which pushes the tension to a fever pitch. Naturally, the sequence took an insane amount of planning to get right. If anyone messed up, 5 hours were required to reset everything and try again, and over 2 weeks went into planning it. Thankfully, it all paid off in the end. Number 2. The Bride vs. the Crazy 88, Kill Bill Volume 1. Revenge isn't easy, especially when you have a room full of sword-singing gangsters to deal with. But Uma Thurman makes it look easy in this classic scene from Quentin Tarantino's blood-splattered action flick. After waking up from a coma, Thurman's bride tracks down the first target on her revenge list, Lucy Liu's Orenishi, who puts her crazy 88 army in between her and the bride. The results aren't pretty for the 88, who quickly find themselves losing their lives and limbs. There's so much blood flying in the scene that Tarantino had to make the scene black and white just to appease the MPAA, who allegedly found the scene too violent for wide release. Before we unveil our top pick, have a look at these honorable mentions. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. The Battle of Helm's Deep. Lord of the Rings: The Two Towers.
So it begins.
In an attempt to keep their people safe, the Rohirrim take shelter in the near-impregnable stronghold of Helm's Deep, but Sauron's orc army throw themselves against the fortress, putting its defenses to the test. The sequence has action and character beats to spare, and gives audiences a taste of the much larger battle to come in the next film. But while Jackson's follow-up battle in Return of the King pushes the envelope in terms of scale, this sequence remains by far the most intense of the many large-scale battles the series has to offer. And besides, Legolas surfing down the stairs on a shield is just plain cool. Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.